Hey, everybody. Welcome to Undergroundopolis. It's that time again every week. We might start doing this on Mondays. We had such a good response last Monday on my little screw up. That was supposed to be on Sunday night. And I accidentally scheduled it for Monday night, but it got such a good response. We might just start doing this on Monday nights. So, what's going on here? We got open mic every Wednesday night at Dundee Tavern still. I'm still hosting that. And it's been going real well. So if you want to get some stage time, it's an acoustic open mic. But so if you're like an acoustic singer or songwriter, come on out, get you some good stage time. It's always a nice crowd there. It's fun. 21st in Germantown still having their open mic every Sunday night. So Sunday Night Live with Uncool Randy as your host, my buddy, local comedian, Uncool Randy. I love that name. Randy and I may have written a song together or two before. And we're continuing our coverage of the LRSFest artist. Tonight we have Scrooge Mandella. And hopefully I said that right. That's why sometimes I wait before I say names. I was like, I'm such a fear of mispronouncing them. We're going to bring him right on. I'm going to get this guy right when he's chugging his beer. Oh, he set it down.
Sorry.
Chug it again, damn it.
I hate
Here,
to
let's
disappoint.
social.
Yeah, there you go.
Cheers.
You guys are probably too young to know what a social is. That's where everybody drinks at the same time.
Oh,
So
we know
whatever.
that.
Did I say the name right? Scrooge Mandella?
Yeah, and we're on Undergroundopolis. Is that Undergroundopolis?
Undergroundopolis.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
I picked that name because everything with underground was taken in it, but that wasn't. And I was just worried to death that people thought it was going to be a show about Greek food. But so far they haven't. We'll start out simple. How'd you guys come together?
Well, a few years ago, I had this ambition to start a punk band, and just to keep a long story short, these guys have just kind of stuck around through the years as other people have came and went, and I think now we're finally at a point where we can say this is like the final incarnation of Scrooge. I have a problem in the past with interviews. I've like went on these like 10-minute spiels of like people coming and going, like telling these long stories. And I don't want to get caught up in that today.
So how long's this lineup been together?
What is it? Has it about 5, almost 6 months?
Yeah,
Dang.
Jackson's the newest guy. He
Yeah.
just joined about 5 or 6 months ago.
Right on. Well, if you could narrow down like someone you saw on stage or even on TV or whatever, the one person, it doesn't have to be one person. It's just someone you saw and you said, you know what, I want to do that. Who would that influence be?
We'll go and maybe you go first.
I would say for me, dude, probably Rush. Like seeing Rush and seeing Neil Peart play the drums and stuff. That was a big influence on me. And just like any other drummer, I'm sure you've heard. But seeing the stuff they did and seeing them do it live so well was really a big influence on me.
For me, it was Fat Mike from NoFX. He started NoFX in about '83, and then started a record label, and pretty much lives the life of a rock star and does whatever he wants. And ever since I saw that, it's been a dream of mine to do that too.
Mine, I'd probably have to say Rob Zombie, because I look up to him because he's not really that talented. He found a way to make it work. He's really good at marketing and built a good fan base.
Oh, you don't get the
I
mic.
think that my favorite band, or at least the one that changed me live, was Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
First time I seen them it was gnarly. They put on such a good show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Every time. Like I've seen them 3 times. Every time it's been really, really good. But that first show, Motorhead opened, and then it was Dio, and then
Wow.
Iron Maiden in Phoenix, Arizona. Dude,
Wow.
such a good show. But I don't know. I've never really aspired to be a rock star or anything. I can just kind of play the bass and stuff. But that was a show that, like, dude, I was never an Iron Maiden fan before that, but after that, like, Iron Maiden rules.
Oh, don't hand the microphone off. I forgot to do this earlier. I wanted you guys to introduce yourselves and your jobs in the band. I totally forgot. My bad. But we can do it now.
So I'm Jackson. I play the drums.
I'm Brian. I play rhythm guitar and sing.
I'm Travis. I play lead guitar and I sing a little bit. But like,
He's been singing a lot more. It's impressive.
I'm trying. Getting there.
I'm Sean. I play bass, and Brian tells me not to sing. So
Now here you're taking words out of context. I said, don't sing if you can't play the bass too.
well, but it's the same
It's the
thing,
same
dude.
thing. It's the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, but it's like
Doesn't matter.
it's like taking.
That's the reason why. But
I always find it harder to play bass and sing. But people think it's to be exactly the opposite. It's not, man. I go playing guitar. I find playing guitar and singing not that difficult.
Yeah.
You know, I really do. But like playing bass and singing, like I struggle. It better be a real simple.
yeah, because you got to keep the beat kind of.
You got to keep. It better be a real simple song for me to sing and play bass.
Right.
You know what? Thank you for that.
We're gonna write a song with a walking bass line that Sean's gonna sing.
No.
Well, how do you describe the music? I didn't include that in the description just yet because I want your description of your band's music. What would you call it?
I'm gonna let everybody else in the band use their words.
All right.
It's like what you would hear if you walked up to like a dumpster or like a porta potty at like a punk rock music festival, and there was something coming from the inside, and you just get confused by it.
It is not. I've seen you guys.
I don't know. I would say it's kind of like music you would hear on like an old Tony Hawk video game, but different, you know?
Ready for the new Tony Hawk game.
I mean, I can't explain it.
You put us in a weird spot, bro.
Yeah.
It's
It's kind of hard to describe how I feel about the music we play, but I mean, I like it.
It's all like it, yeah. Okay.
Someone told me once that it sounded like an atom bomb explosion. But
It
to
does
me,
not.
A lot of the influences come from like that '90s punk wave. You know, NoFX, No Use for Name, Bracket,
Skate punk.
Early Blink, even.
You would buy the Epitaph records, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, Bad Religion and all those guys.
Fat Records, though.
Fat Records, yeah. Fat Records. I would rather be part of Fat Records than
There's so many good bands that are on that
Oh
label.
yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't Fat Mike also do Me First and the Gimme Gimmes?
Yep. Cover band. Super group.
Well, they're
Yeah.
so great though.
Dude,
Even though
I
it's
love
just
him. He left them for a while. Now they're doing some shows coming up. If I lived in the West Coast, I'd be there. But he's joining back up with them and they're playing some shows together.
they're so great at what they do though. I mean, yeah, it's a cover band, but like they're really great at what they do. It's like,
Yeah,
the harmony.
they're not just covers. We did a Beatles cover, but it is straight up like the Beatles song. We didn't like twist or turn it in any kind of way, and they kind of like take it and like speed it up, double time, turn it into this punk thing, and I respect that. It's cool.
Their version of Country Roads by John Denver is the best version of that song.
For sure.
That ain't Rocket
Yeah,
Man.
I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah, I Believe I Can Fly.
I don't know if I've heard that.
But that song.
That's a good one.
Right? Who sings that song?
R. Kelly?
Oh yeah, we can't listen to that
Oh
song.
yeah, I guess not. We should probably not listen to that song.
Yeah, that song's canceled. Fuck that.
No, fuck that, dude. It's not R. Kelly singing it.
There we go. There's the silver lining. We
No,
can
I think
listen
it
to
is.
the covers.
I think it's even older than R. Kelly. I think R. Kelly covered it.
Oh shit.
Oh, well, we'll dive
I
into that
think
later.
so.
I didn't know that.
If that's the case, then whatever.
Oh, do you have a particular creative process you use, or does a song just kind of tap you on the shoulder and say, "Hey, write me now"? Or
So that's kind of like we're in like a transitional period right now, writing wise, because how Scrooge was conceived and stuff really consisted of me like pooping out 12 songs and throwing an album together and just kind of busting it out really quick. And we have 3 albums out now that was kind of that writing process where it was just like I would get a melody in my head and just get it out as quick as I could and write it really fast. But now that we have 4 individual people who are really kind of adamant about being in the band and want to be a part of this, we're really going to kind of step back and I think in the future really take our time and make sure what we're writing like gets used like as well as it
To the
can
best
be.
ability of
Yeah.
everybody's, skill sets.
well, since it is my show, I get to talk about my favorite song, which is "Expired." Is there a good story behind
dude.
"Expired"? I like quirky
Thank-
songs, man.
Thank you, man, dude. That's a fan favorite for sure. Now we're gonna have to throw that. Well, it isn't set list.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, it's in rotation for sure.
Yeah.
What's the story behind that?
I was laying in my bed one night and I was just really kind of over everything and I wrote a sad boy song.
Yeah, but it's one of those songs. I think it's a fan favorite because it kind of a lot of people resonate with it when they hear it because it just sort of voices the frustrations that you can go through on a daily basis, just in daily life and the mundane nature of it all, just coasting through life and just that frustration with it and that like I don't know. I feel like that's why it's a fan favorite because when I heard it, I related to it. And by the time I joined the band, it was already conceptualized. It had already been written. But when I heard it, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm expired. I've been expired for a minute,
Yeah.
And so I think that's why it's a fan favorite. People relate to it.
Yeah, it's definitely the feelings were definitely I have served my purpose on this earth and I feel like I should already be thrown out, like some expired meat or something.
It's like you're in the fridge. You've been in the fridge for like
But
7 months.
You're fucking freezer burn shit.
Yeah, you're expired, but you just can't throw it out.
I'm gonna use it.
Where all have you played?
Man, we've played in Louisville. We've played pretty much everywhere. We've been to Nashville a few times. We went up to Fort Wayne not too long ago.
Knoxville. Oh wait, was it Knoxville?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Knoxville. Yeah, Knoxville,
Knoxville.
Tennessee. We've been to Irvington, Kentucky. We played with some people you might know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Graveling Spiders, Clover Creek.
Screw
those
them.
guys.
No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, we're actually looking to tour soon. So hopefully, if you interview us next year, we'll be able to tell you we've been to a lot of places.
All right. Where'd you play at in Knoxville?
Oh,
The Brickyard?
The Brickyard.
Oh,
Yeah, we played with Reckless Thread.
Player versus player.
Player versus
player
player.
versus player.
Is that it?
You got-
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
you got stuff
Yeah.
on the Coffin Curse record?
Yeah, Mike.
Do you?
Them. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've actually been listening to that yesterday and today. I bought an old beater, an old Taurus, drive around, and it doesn't have Bluetooth. But so I'm digging out all these old CDs I've collected over the last few years, going to shows all the time, and I was like, you know what? This was the volume 1. I guess it's the first volume, and
Yeah.
it's a good record. It's a good.
Oh yeah.
I listened
you're
to
talking about the comps. Yeah.
the Coffin Curse. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's your? Is that a party foul?
Almost.
it was
I'm like,
almost.
he didn't drop
I
a
got
drop.
it. I got it.
He didn't drip a drop. Trained professional.
So what would you say your favorite show was?
Oh man, that's a good question. I wasn't ready for
Yeah.
that. Like
We're getting into the tougher ones.
Oh man. Sean can't even. He's got to take a minute to think about it.
He's got to recharge the brain. I see. I got.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a tie between we played the Knoxville show that you were talking about. The Knoxville show was really fun, and we played the show at this new venue in Louisville called the Portal that you should check out. It's pretty cool. We did an album release show there with Belushi Speedball, Reckless Threat, Semper Vivi, The Mighty Ohio. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That was a good night.
And here's the counter question: what's your worst performance?
Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne.
Why? Why? Tell us the
Okay.
story.
So, we didn't have a drummer, and I had to. I'm a drummer by nature. I play guitar because I like making melodies and stuff, but I grew up playing drums, so we were in a pinch, and instead of I feel like it's better to go and do what you can as opposed to just flaking out. And I told everybody I'd play the drums and sing, and it's floating somewhere on YouTube. I'll admit it. It's on YouTube somewhere. But
What, the Muse on Maine?
Yep, at Fort Wayne, dude.
Yeah.
I was tone deaf. I could not hear myself. I felt rushed. It wasn't rushed. It was fine, but I put a cymbal somewhere where I couldn't even hit it. It was bad. Yeah.
But you know what? It wasn't that bad.
We had a couple people mosh. Even on a bad night, we had some moshers.
And he can play the drums and sing pretty good.
He's a monster.
And Brian's talented.
Which one have I been conversing with on Facebook?
Me.
Okay, just put a face to the text.
Yeah, that's me, man.
Would you say you prefer the studio or the stage?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Would you say you prefer the studio or the stage?
Studio. I prefer the studio. What do
Really?
you guys prefer?
I would say
Oh,
stage.
dude. Stage. What?
I hate the studio.
Who loves the studio, dude? I want to know that.
All right.
A lot of people do.
And
Dude,
they're
what?
and so you guys are used to being on a time limit,
I mean, what's more fun?
finishing an album.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, finishing the album's fun, but like, dude, the work that it takes to get there is not fun.
How do y'all don't like that emotional roller coaster?
Dude, playing on stage is pure fun. Stage all the way.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely respect and see where they're coming from, but for me, deep down, I gotta say, when I'm in the studio and knocking this stuff out, I feel complete. You know, I feel like I'm getting shit done.
That's awesome. That's an awesome answer. All right. Is there a song that's really, really personal to you?
That Scrooge has released. I feel like if there were any that I would say that were like I was emotional writing them or what have you. I've got one about my kid. And just, you know, the more time that passes, the more that song kind of resonates and means. And kind of subconsciously knew that when I wrote it, but like, I feel like that song's really kind of starting to serve its purpose as time goes on. The Why is a song I wrote and that when I was in a really dark place because I was like struggling with the point of everything, you know, like why humans are here and stuff like that. And the why was kind of my cynical, narcissistic rebuttal to that. So whenever I hear it, it's kind of like I remember those dark times. But,
What was the name of the song about your kid?
it's called Jake.
Okay.
His name's Ralph. But no, I'm just kidding.
If you could open a show for anybody, who would it be?
I'm sorry, man. We're having some issues. What was the question?
If you could open a show for anybody, who would it be?
No effects.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you guys, Rush. No,
If we could open a show for anybody, I don't know. It'd be sick to open for the Misfits, I would say.
Misfits, or I would say probably Rancid.
Oh
Rancid,
yeah.
they're a good contender.
That's a good one.
Yeah, no effects would be cool, like for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like the Descendants. Are like,
Oh, the
yeah,
Descendants,
yeah.
dude.
That's a good one too.
Scrooge Mandella, the Descendants, Rancid, no effects on a bill. Forget about it.
yeah.
Forget about
The
Let
whole
us open for
epitaph
those
bill
three
there.
bands.
I think he might be doing that set if they
Oh,
moved so much.
Oh, see right there.
stupid
There we go.
Mike.
We've been moving. I don't even know if this mic is serving a purpose, but we've been passing.
Does it work
around.
good? Do we sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is your absolute favorite song to perform on stage?
Ooh,
And everybody
that's
can pick one out.
I would have to say The System because it's short, sweet, to the point. It's very fast, and it's just a hard hitting song.
Favorite song to play?
Yeah.
I really like to play Expire.
That was fun.
Like, dude, Expire is a good song.
It is. It's the one I picked.
I'd probably say a fine conclusion to your actions.
Why is that?
Huh?
Why is
There's
that?
this part where we're playing two different things on the guitars, and like the way that they harmonize over top of each other is just really
Yeah, it becomes a cool little
Yeah.
polyrhythm.
My favorite are our first three songs that we play. We have it set up
Yeah.
to where we play three
Yeah,
songs
that's
in
good.
succession, and by the end of those three songs, you can usually tell how the show's going to go. People are usually hyped or not, you know.
And what songs are those?
We play Trapped in America, into Stanley, into How Much Enough Is Never Enough. They're the first songs on each of the trilogy that we have released.
Cool. If you could work with any producer, who would it be?
Producer?
Yeah. This is one of my favorite questions. It makes you think.
Man. Kanye West.
Yeah.
He's a producer, isn't he?
Kanye West.
Let's get our boy Kanye on the next Scrooge album.
Someone who, so let's just say for the sake of conversation, a producer is somebody who's found me or found Scrooge and said, I'm gonna pay you guys and help you guys like release something and kind of be there with you and see it through. Danny Elfman.
That's a good one. Okay. Did May Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean,
Yeah, dude.
My favorite producer would be Chase Bensing.
Yeah. He
Definitely
didn't pay for
Chase.
shit.
Definitely Chase.
Yeah, Chase Fencing is he's the guy we go to get our stuff recorded. He's definitely really good at what he does.
Love you, Chase.
I gotta say, we definitely wouldn't be where we were if Chase didn't make the album sound the way they did.
did you ever buy an album or CD with your own money and immediately throw it out the window?
What?
Yeah, have you ever bought a CD and immediately was like,
I had.
Oh,
which one?
Definitely. I was in Columbus, Ohio to see Green Day, and someone just like walking through the crowd was selling CDs. I don't know what it was, but I paid $2 for a CD, and it was terrible. It was like it wasn't even music, and I just on the drive home I just threw it out the window. I mean, I recycled the CD.
Yeah, no, he
I
did the
disposed
right.
of it properly.
I think I don't think I've ever thrown a CD away. I don't think I've ever bought a CD. I will say, okay, just for the sake of kind of answering the question, there was an album that Senses Fail released, and they're like this post-punk pop, kind of band. And when they released this album called Life Is Not a Waiting Room, and when I first heard it, I was disgusted. But then over time, after I heard it, it grew on me, and now I, to this day, will kind of go back and listen to it.
Right on.
Well, like, you go to a show, you buy some band's album, and you listen to it. I feel like there's some bands that it's like they have a good song on there, but the rest of it's really, subpar or something like that, or just doesn't amount, like it's not the same vibe or whatever. But I don't ever throw them away. I'll try to listen to them for a while.
I'm gonna say,
And-
Let it grow.
No,
he did throw a CD out the window.
I did.
We're not gonna say
Yeah,
which CD, but he has.
I just did it because it was funny at the time. But yeah, that's gonna be a secret I died in my grave with
Aw.
or whatever. But
Well, that's what I do on this show. I try to get
Next
nosy as hell and
question.
I try to get nosy as hell and get that stuff out of you. Oh, damn! I forgot it. Something sparked it. Oh, if there's a local band you could do a show with that you haven't already, who would you pick? Who would you like to do a show with?
That's a good question. I've played with a lot of the bands that I want to play with. Let me think. Oh, Buddy Crumb. He
Who?
does this like 80s like boom boom. Like it would be a weird bill, but he puts on a show. It was cool to see him, and I'd like to play a show with him.
Anybody else?
Sorry, my bad. Man. There was a show recently, the No Comply Night up at the skate park in Louisville, the Extreme Park, and there was a band that played that night called Sunshine, and it was like their first show.
Sunshine's sick.
Oh,
They were
like
good.
prog
Man.
rock?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they kind of had like a little
Sunshine
bit
is
of like
sick.
progressive element and stuff. The drummer was really good, and they did play a real hell of a show. And so yeah, I like to play with those guys.
Yeah. Yo, Sunshine.
Shed some light on
Let's
us.
play. Let's play a show.
See, I'm doing that too. I'm poaching bands to be on the show when I'm asking that question. How many albums you have out now?
4 technically. The first album was recorded really badly, like really poorly.
Brian recorded it himself.
I recorded it myself, I mixed it myself, I mastered it myself. It's 16 songs and they're okay, but the quality is duty. So we kind of sweep that one under the rug for now.
The songs have a lot of substance. It was just recorded with a fucking baked potato. So that's
Fuck that, dude. It wasn't even baked. It was a fucking
Raw
potato raw.
Well, you heard it and wanted to join.
Well, that's a good album.
That's
That's a good album. Still.
You can always re-record them.
We
Later.
plan to someday. I will.
Oh, yeah, you can't talk about that just yet.
Yeah, we got to pretend that we have to keep it under wraps, so it seems more important.
Yeah. What's the best musical advice you've ever been given?
It was me. I popped.
Oh wow,
Um,
that was a good pop.
thanks, Steve. The best musical advice, the most realistic musical advice I've been given is like, it is not like what you think it's gonna be. It's not like you start a band and then you're just playing in these arenas. You know, the money doesn't show itself. Like it's a labor of love, I guess. To make it short and sweet, it's definitely a labor of love. Is probably the best advice I've heard. Or could
That's a
give.
good answer. That's a really good answer. Anybody else want to elaborate?
Yeah, I would say that to just tack on to what Brian was saying, that that it is a labor of love. It doesn't just come easily, but it's something to not give up on if you truly have a passion or inclination for it. Because a lot of people will tell you, people that don't do music, people that don't know anything about music, people whose opinions are pretty irrelevant will tell you that oh, there's no money in music, there's no you can't make a living doing music, or you can't whatever et cetera. They're going to say about music, that it's not a stable career choice or anything like that. But don't give up. That's only true if you let it be true, and if you persevere and you work, and you really keep your head to the grind. You can do anything really. And so it's one of those. It's definitely one of those labors of love, but it's something you don't want to give up on.
For sure.
What's
Music?
next? What's next for you?
Oh, tour.
Hmm?
You know anybody with a van?
I
We're
might.
looking for a van. Seriously.
Oh, a van?
Yeah. We're planning on going on tour indefinitely, like for like a year.
Yeah.
Does that sound smart?
Yeah. Yeah. Get in the Econo line.
We're gonna,
Get you
Dude, he is dead ass.
We're
Like,
gonna get the fuck out. Like, we're gonna go and just.
they're going out for a year.
we're going to. I mean, I'm not gonna say I am if I'm not going
It's
to.
a do or die try type thing.
Yeah.
We're serious about it for sure.
It's fun.
Oh gosh.
It's fun. It's hard, but it's you
Yeah.
don't get
I
make
think,
those kind of memories any other way,
Yeah.
yeah, as naive as it may sound, I look forward to the flat tires and
No, you
the
don't.
hardships on the road.
Well, you can
I do.
always.
Bring us closer together,
Dude, I have a jack.
I think I will learn patience.
You can have it.
dude. Now we
Okay.
got a jack.
Sean has a jack for us.
We don't have a van, but we have a jack.
I didn't have a jack on the road once, and I went to Walmart and bought one and took it back after I was done.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
Heck yeah.
Pack extra socks. Lots
That's
of
what everybody
extra,
says.
Yeah.
lots of extra socks.
Extra sock, always.
I guess I will.
I mean, that's for any trip.
I usually keep a hold of mine, but
If you're going somewhere, dude, pack extra socks.
who keeps stealing my socks?
It doesn't matter, dude.
It doesn't matter,
It
dude.
doesn't matter.
You should
though.
have had more to begin with.
Someone's taking them, and you should have brought
Heed
more.
my word.
That's fine.
Well, anything you'd like to add before we wrap this up?
Thank you so much for taking the time to have us on here. I'm gonna be honest with you, we did not prepare for this as we should have.
Not even.
But
That's the way I
we
like
hope
it.
that
Well,
we
we
gave
kind
you-
of did some shit.
You're not looking at the right.
Yeah, I know. Sean's been looking at our camera.
Whatever, dude. I don't care.
Me too. That was too far away.
But
But I'm here.
yeah, thank you so much for having us, and we hope that most of this is you can hear it and understand it,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You can.
we answer your questions, and we want to see you again soon, man. Come have a beer sometime.
Yeah, come out to the
Oh
show.
yeah. Do you have a band camp or anything you want to make sure everybody knows about?
We're on Bandcamp. That's the best place to order our merch online. But we're also on all streaming platforms. We got a few videos on YouTube. We're out there a little bit. Just you throw a rock and you'll hit it.
Scrooge Mandella with 2 L's. We also need a van. That wasn't a joke. Like,
Yeah, we
if
really
any-
do need a
if
band.
anyone's
So if anybody
watching
hears this,
and they
yeah.
have a
But
van,
we also need.
Oh, we do need a touring bassist
Yeah.
too, because Sean can't go.
So yeah, well, that's one of the things. Also, we've got a couple people that are willing to help us out and work with us and stuff. But that's another thing. If you're a bassist and you think you might want to play and chill with us,
I can only play 2 strings, man.
Oh, dude, that'll work.
That's all you need.
Oh, I'm just playing. I'm just clowning around,
I
man.
hate to get all personal. We got really personal just now.
All right. Thank you all very much. So much. This was a really good interview. No matter what you think, it was a really good interview, and I appreciate it, man. And this will probably air Monday. I think I'm going to put it on Monday.
cool.
All right.
All right.
Technically, the interview's over, but I'm going to ask you for a couple of favors. One is to make me a soundbite, and you'll say, "This is Scrooge Mandella, and you're tuned in to Undergroundopolis."
Okay.
3,
do that
2,
for
1.
sure. Can we send it to you through Messenger?
You. Ah.
Oh, email.
Or you want to do it right now?
Yeah,
No,
I want to.
I'll get it to you. Send me your
Okay.
email and I'll email it to you.
No, you can do it through Messenger. That's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
The other favor is, who has the corny joke of the week?
Corny joke of the week.
Yeah, there's a corny joke of the week segment.
I used to tell corny jokes all the time.
Right.
What's
It'll
a
be
corny joke?
it'll be the same format. It's the same format. It's like, this is Scrooge Mandella, and here's your joke of the week.
Oh, okay. You want us to send it to you? Okay. I was gonna tell you one now.
Yeah. Tell me one now. But
Are we
say it now.
are we to tell the joke?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll tell you a corny joke real quick. How do you get a baby to crawl in a circle?
How do you do this is Scrooge Mandella, and here's your joke of the week. And then
This
tell the
is
joke.
Scrooge Mandella, and here's your joke of the week. How do you get a baby to crawl in a circle? Nail one of his hands to the floor.
Perfect. Thank you guys again. And
Thank you.
I'll have this out. I'm gonna try to air this Monday, like I said, and then I'll have an audio version in which I'll add little clips of songs, if that's okay, if y'all don't mind.
Yeah, that's completely fine, man.
All right. Yeah, I got to get permission for that. You know, I always ask permission.
For sure, dude.
It'll sound like an NPR radio interview. I set it up all up. If you haven't heard the show yet, it was hell. I've had some cool guests on too, man.
Gotcha. No, we've checked it out for sure.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, guys. Thank you all again.
All right.
Thank you. We'll be in touch, man. Thank you.
All right.